We're gonna allow Cole to talk. How you doing, Cole?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can. Coming through
Awesome.
loud and clear. So what's your question, Cole?
So I'm rebranding. I'm in a small town right now, just north of Omaha, and
Okay.
I'm sharing an office space in Omaha with someone. So Blair Community Counseling doesn't really work for Omaha. So
Mhm.
I'm kind of rebranding, renaming, and building a new website. And I'm interested to get some input on how to improve on my old website.
Sure. Let's look at your old website. Is that okay?
Yeah, Blair Community Counseling.
ARE or AIR?
AIR.
All right. So Blair Community Counseling. This is your old one because you're in
Mhm.
Blair. Are you still in Blair, Nebraska, or now
Yeah,
you're
I'm gonna be in both locations a couple days.
okay? Yeah, so that definitely makes sense. So for some reason, your logo's not coming up for me right here. So I want to figure out why that's happening. I like that your phone number's here. I would probably want your logo to be here with your phone number also, even though it seems like people would see this because it's a little smaller. It
Yeah.
doesn't pop as much. We definitely want to just make it very clear what your phone number is. And then we want your contact to be really what pulls your eye towards that. And so if we can have schedule and intake, have it be that blue color instead of home,
Okay.
that would be helpful. I'd say that when you think about the main call to action on a website, it's not usually your address. People know if they're on blaircommunitycounseling.com that you do counseling. So I'd really want to think about who is it that's attracted to coming to your practice. So I'm guessing you maybe help families?
hmm
Okay. So tell me what kind of families you help.
I don't know yet. I've only been in practice for about 6 months, so I've had maybe 20 clients. So I'm
Okay.
still kind of trying to find my niche, I guess.
Yeah. And what when you think of families that you've worked with that you really enjoyed, what's one area that you really enjoyed?
So I've worked with 2 families so far,
Okay.
and I really enjoyed the family counseling aspect of it. There was an angry teenager who was kind of sneaking out of the house and sleeping around.
Okay.
And
So maybe you're helping families that are in chaos to do what? Like what happens by the end of counseling?
families in chaos to I don't know, thrive to
Okay.
not be in chaos.
Okay. So what does that look like practically?
Um, I don't know. I mean,
Like, do they get along more? Are they happier? Do they feel
oh
like they
yeah,
have
they're
a plan?
happier, healthier.
Okay. So helping families in chaos to come up with a plan to feel happier and healthier. So you might have
Mhm.
something like that. And I want to have you keep kind of working on that as
Okay.
an idea. But if you picture this area, where this picture is as real estate, right now you're using it with your address and with a photo that, is this photo, it looks like it's like somewhere, is that a local something?
I don't know. I just found it on
Okay.
uh, pixels.com or something.
Okay. So I'd want to probably have a stronger photo that really shows a happy, healthier family. I'm not sure where this is. It seems like they may be traveling. So maybe a stronger photo too. I'm not
Okay.
sure if your theme needs to have this much space for a photo, but if you could have the photo come to about the halfway point, be a family, and then then this would be up a little bit higher so that above the fold. So the fold is what shows up without scrolling, that we
Okay.
see that there's more below it. The font that's used with this theme is definitely more of a dated font. And so I'd want to see like the fonts that are being used up here are definitely more modern fonts. And so I'd want you to use one of these cleaner fonts also.
Okay.
Also, when you're doing your name, one thing that you'll probably start to notice is that signs are almost always in all caps. And so that just looks a little bit cleaner than doing it kind of just capitalized. So if you look at any street sign or anything, it's almost always caps. And when I noticed that, it was like, oh, how did I never notice this?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yep. I mean, I'm assuming this is you right here.
hmm
See, that's a great photo. I would much rather just see, that like right away after, if you had a photo of a family with who you help, and then, I saw, just the top of your head there and coming down. I mean, that would be, this to me screams modern, approachable. I can picture this guy working with me and my family. And whereas I would say most people probably won't scroll past this because of those things we just talked about.
Okay.
And then tell me why. Oh, and you have a video too. That should be up a little bit higher too, I would say.
Okay.
Let's see how often you're blogging here. So this is coming in as your header. Like I would want it to be very small so that I know I'm on the right page. Because right away I feel like, oh, am I on the blog page or am I back at your home page?
Okay. Yeah, see, it comes up, it is bigger on my screen, so it must just be on a different screen, so I'll have to kind of condense it.
Yeah, if you can take it off where you don't need to have the dates on it, people are more likely to read it because they'll say, oh, this was from February, this doesn't apply to me. But in reality, it really does.
Okay.
And are all these photos free for you to use so you won't get sued?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So then I'd say definitely start building out your blogs. Under book recommendation here, are you an Amazon associate?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Doing it right. So I'd build out the blogs. Why are you doing 2 locations?
Blair's a really small town, and so doesn't seem like it's enough to keep me going full time. And I live in Omaha, and I have a lot of connections in Omaha and people that would refer to me, but they don't want to drive up to Blair. So
yeah, why not close the Blair office if you live in Omaha?
I've got a year lease.
Oh, okay. But after that, are you gonna stick around?
I'm gonna see how it goes, and because I've got a lease through the end of the year, so
okay.
If it works out, I'm probably going to.
And that's you have the whole office for that time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You may want to look at subleasers or 1099s that can use it on the days you're not there, especially if you see yourself being drawn towards Omaha, so that you can offer more services in there, especially if it's not a very competitive market, even if it's smaller. Casey Compton, who she just joined the practice team, she launched $1 million practice in 3 years in an 11,000 person town. So it can be done, and especially if you're kind of seen in that community as a leader. But then it's, well, do you want to be known as the Blair counseling guy, or do you want to be closer to home?
Yeah, there's about 8,000 people, and there's only one other person full time in Blair. So there's not much for competition, but Omaha is so close that most people are just used to coming to Omaha anyway. Sure.
So where do you think you get stuck kind of moving forward?
Kind of finding an ideal client. Like, I enjoy working with families, but I enjoy working with individuals. I've done a lot of couples counseling, like in my practicum. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of finding out that that's not where I'm passionate, is with couples. Sure. So,
I would just start in a couple areas, and even if you help everybody, even if you kind of don't say no to somebody, to be known for a couple different areas is going to help you stand out a lot faster. Especially, Omaha's a fairly competitive market. So if you can be known for the guy that helps families that has pissed off teenagers or angry boys or, video game addiction, any of those things that, may differentiate yourself, even if you help people in a lot of different areas, that's going to help you attract more clients quickly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at, is building up some landing pages, like hooked up with Google AdWords, specific keywords, and then some landing pages that's like families with defiant teens or individuals with anxiety disorder or whatever it is.
Yeah, I would say that getting some blogs out, if you feel comfortable with Facebook Live, to really be talking about your ideal client and what they're dealing with in just bite-sized things, 3 to 5 minutes. You have just a couple points. So what to do about cell phones at dinner time, or what to do about cell phones in your house. All those kind of simple questions that parents have with families. The more content you can be creating, the more that's going to get shared. You'll get picked up locally, and then you can share some of that on local radio and newspapers and things like that.
Sure.
Cool. Well, thanks, Cole. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Thank you.